are some things to be aware of when buying an older home?
It's older. That's older.
How old is older?
Yeah. Well, so I interviewed a client this week, and husband and wife, they're selling a property with us, and they have the dream of the goal is 100 years old. They want it to be 100 years. That would be the sweet spot for them. No less than 50 years old, and they appreciate the architecture. The nice thing about a 100-year-old home is that you're more than likely you're not the first renovation. Okay, so somebody else has already it's probably been renovated 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe even 6 times. So you're not the first renovation. People really like, they want it to be modern, but they don't want it to be too modern. Some of the things that we're looking for is like some of the big expenses would be your electrical. Some of the cheats there would be whether or not we actually have circuit breakers in a panel box rather than the old fuses. We're looking for 3-prong outlets instead of 2-prong outlets, which we actually see every now and then. In the wet areas like the bathrooms and the kitchen, we want a GFCI breaker. So, because to rewire a house can be $3,000, $5,000, $10,000. So that's a big thing. The other thing too is with older homes that the HVAC, the ductwork, that can be pretty expensive. Not everybody had air conditioning 50 years ago. I just visited upstate New York. Not everybody has air conditioning in upstate New York. My daughter just went to London for a class. Not everybody has air conditioning in London, but in North Carolina, we pretty much like our air conditioning right now, but the older homes didn't have it, and you have to make sure that the airflow and everything is good and the ductwork has been done right, and the house is breathing okay. The floor joists. The good thing is on the older homes, those floor joists are much larger, bigger, and sizable, and they were built to last a long time. Some of the newer construction has, smaller floor joist systems, whatever. But those big old hunks of wood can get powder post beetles, and those are not easy to get rid of, and they like big old wood, and they can do some damage. So you want to make sure that you check for those. One of the things that we talk about with older homes is the marble test. And, if you put a marble in the middle of the floor, you'll watch it roll straight into the corner. A lot of people have the misconception that somehow that's structurally compromised. It might be structurally compromised, but it could be just normal settling as well. So, you just need to make sure that everything's good underneath the house. We have the old metal roofs versus some of the newer metal roofs or the newer roof systems that we have. The other big thing is the windows. I mean, if you have single pane windows with the lead weights in the side, those can be expensive to fix or replace, and they don't have the same insulation quality. Double pane, triple pane, we got a lot going on with windows, and windows can be a $20,000, $40,000, $50,000 difference on a house real quick. And then a couple of the other big things to look out for. Uncle Sam has changed a lot of the rules with lead-based paint if it's an older home, mid 1970s or older. Even to replace a window, you have to have somebody that's lead-based certified. So there's a lot of new licensure and certifications, and so you want to be aware of lead-based paint. And then also with some of the older homes, in both the ceiling tiles and the exterior and the plumbing, we get asbestos, and that can be expensive to remediate or remove or whatever to deal with. So there's a lot of things that you should know when buying an older home, when selling an older home, and make sure that you have an agent that actually has some experience with a older home transaction. It's a different bag of tricks.